Hello guys, the Numanaga 14 here, and since my last video was Zod, I decided to do another DLC character, Zatanna. Now, I don't know much about this character. To be honest, I've hardly hear about her, so I don't know what she is. All I know is she's a magician with she knows magic and stuff. So I'm sorry if I don't know much about her, but um, yeah. So Zatanna, played around with her for a bit, and my God, she is very interesting. I'm going to say that she's interesting, or whatnot. So I so far. I mean, so far messing around with her, but she's got a very good zoning game and teleportations. And speaking of which, this is probably be a long ass video because she has a lot of special moves, and her trait has a lot of stuff or whatnot. So there's a lot of things we're going to cover in this one. So let's go ahead and get started. So obviously we're going to do the exact same thing as all of them. I don't think I need to explain it. So all right. So first we're going to cover her special moves. First is the multi-kick, which is back, forward, one, whatnot. It's a standard kick, 3 hits, whatnot. Very good for a start off, for starting off, or pretty much her meter adds adds oh, more hits, and launches the opponent so you can continue the combo. And if you're lucky, and you can do a jumping 2 to continue it or whatnot, or you can use it to a simple back 3, like that. Alright, next is linking rings, which is down, back, 1. Now, it's a simple projectile, pretty fast, or not. Decent damage. The Now, what you can do is when you throw the ring, you can actually control where it wants to go. Not fully control, but like if you do down, it goes down. You can time it, so you can wait a bit and then go for that. And then if you do up, you can go straight up or whatnot. So you can pretty much, whenever you can pretty much determine where you want it to hit. So like that. So like that, you can go straight down. Um, Now, the meter versions, it throws, or the meter version throws two or not. And you can do the exact same thing. You can control where you want it to go, but it's good for another 13 points of damage at least. And that was linking rings. Now, if any of you are wondering how I got these names and whatnot, um, like how like I do the multi kick and linking rings, all the special moves just reverse the words. Like right there, the ultimate kick or whatever, just flip them, and it's multi kick. It took me it took me about like 6 minutes to figure it out because I was sitting there and I was writing all this stuff, and then I was like, God, it's gonna be hard to pronounce this in the video. And then I went online and I found out like, oh, it's reversed because I didn't know if anybody figured out like if this was some kind of other language, but it was all in reverse, and I was like, oh my God, it's all in reverse. All right, but back to special moves. Fire Kiss, down, back, 2, sets the opponent on fire, whatnot, um, for a good amount of damage. Now the meter version does a fireball and knocks the opponent back. Now this you can control the speed of it. So right there, I just press forward, it goes faster, and I just hold back, and it's going slower. Um, Next is Smoky Mirrors, which is down, down, 3. Now what this does is obviously it puts there's 3 Santanas and whatnot, but if you can pick, and the opponent has to guess which one it is. So right now, here, I'll do this. Well, not that. And obviously, I'm the first one. Now, as you can see, you can pick which one you can be. The one on the left, the one on the right, or you just simply do it and you're in the middle. And it's up to the opponent to figure out who, which one, which one's you, or not. Which is interesting. It's a guessing game, pretty much. Um, Next is oh, uh, a simple teleport, which is down up. You can teleport there, you teleport back. Simple teleport. Which here, like I said, she has a lot of stuff. Now the Meta version just speeds it up. That's pretty much all it does. Um, and yeah, so there's a forwards, back, there's down. On a, which you can trick the opponent if you just press down, you don't move, you just stand where you are, which is cool. Um, and oh, if I believe, yeah. So if you press up, then three, you can levitate for a bit. To which this actually is a good pair to which I'm about to show you now, which is um, Zatara's dive, which is only done in the air, and you got to press down, back three, and it's an overhead. Why not? Uh, and if you do this, you can do the move. You can do the Zatara kick. And the Meta version um, makes it to where Zatanna lands on the ground before the opponent does, and you can continue the combo. You can continue it, whatnot. Um, Next is Puppet Master, which is back, forward three, whatnot. Now, what this does, whatnot, is it changes the character's controls, or the opponent's controls. It reverses them. Which I'll show you right. Yeah, um, it reverses their controls for a short period of time and whatnot. I just wanted to that way, like Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat, I believe, that he was able to reverse the uh, controls of the characters and whatnot. Or I believe it was somebody in Mortal Kombat 9. I might be wrong, whatnot. But yeah, so she's able to just the default one reverses the controls. Now the Meta version can make the opponent makes the opponent come to you. And what's even cooler, or what's even great, is that if you do a combo and you time it, you can combo it or whatnot. But it's kind of cool. Like I said, it's like Quan Chi's like kind of move set from Mortal Kombat 9. Well, at least that move, whatnot, because I remember that. So, and last one, the last special move is okay, is 52 pickup, which is back forward two. Oops. And she just throws a shit ton of cards. Whatnot, and there's no meter burn to it. But this is a very good ender. Oh, whatnot. It's very good. Oh, whatnot. Um, so now I'm gonna go ahead and show off the super. Why not? I'm gonna go back here and show you the range. Now, as you can see, whatnot, it has some good range. Even though like the first one I failed at, but it's got some really good range. Like those sparks you see coming out of that wand, if it hits the opponent, it will go into the super. Um, and it's 34% damage. Average super. Um, it's good. But for saving it up, just use the super. Like with Zod, you know, you're better off with the majority of the meter going to your special moves, and not maybe not once using a super in your match. But I mean, you could use it for a good ender for some damage on it. If you just want to show off a stylish super, then go by all means. Now, now this is personally my opinion. Her trait is useless. I'll show you why. So when you use her trait, she has access to some moves and whatnot. Whatnot. Um, there's only one problem. You cannot jump or crouch when you're in this trait. You can't. And all of her attacks and whatnot are just straight up um, projectiles. So like this, for example. Um, so simple light, oh, simple light, two, three, and now the projectiles and whatnot, like down forward one, simple projectile. Um, Down back two, is upward, and down forward 2 oh, is ground magic. And what's funny is you can't meter these. You can't. And the last 3 in the trait, there's magic pillar, which is down forward 3, which launches the opponent. But see, that's the thing. You can't. There's no combos for this. It's just mostly this. This is really what you know the trait is mostly used for. And I hate to say which it's pretty much a spamming thing. But when it comes to this hat, I don't like the trait. I don't use it because it. I mean, the fact that you can't jump and crouch, you have whatnot. It's ridiculous. But you got to have a negativity to it. Um, but yeah, the down forward whatnot just the magic pillar launches the opponent in the air. Next is absorb, which is down back 1. What this really all this does is that if someone shoots a projectile, you can absorb it. Really. And the last one is lightning rod, which is down back 3. Pretty much, it's a if like you're getting if which this one is probably the only move or whatnot out of them that I would say is probably the useful one. If you're in a corner, put on the hat and just use that, and you can use your straight magic and low magic. But you can use this lightning rod to get out of the corner if someone's doing a trapped you in a corner. You put the hat on and use it to back them off. So, but in my opinion, her trait is not that useful. The only time I would ever see, the only time I'd use that hat is, like I said, what I just said. If I'm in a corner and somebody's got me there and I want to get out, put the hat on and use the lightning rod, and then just shoot some magic lows and straights, and if they jump in, then some upwards. But that's it. The other two, whatnot that they give you, the magic pillar and the absorb, whatnot. I mean, the absorb is nice, whatnot, depending on the character. If it's a character like I don't know, Bane, then or whatnot, there's no point in the absorb. Magic pillar is good for to change up your magic and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Her trait is just I personally just I think it could have been better. Um, but now we're gonna go into her basic attacks, whatnot. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So the first one is 1-1-2, pretty basic. It's a good startup and good for mid. 1-1 up 3 launches the opponent in the air. To which if you can actually time it, you can continue it. Um, because if you try to do it immediately, whatnot, you may get a hit in there, but a lot of times the opponent will hit the ground, so you have to wait a bit. If you let them drop a bit, you can continue it. Um, Next one is 1-1 down 3. This is a low, and this is back one up 3, another low, whatnot. Um, so she has like some mix-ups, like the 1-1 up 3 and the 1-1 down 3. Mix it up a bit. But that one's a low. Back 1 down 3 is a double low, another mix-up for the previous one. Next one is 2-2-1. Whatnot pushes the opponent back, and which actually looks cool. I will admit that looks cool and could be good for is very good for an ender. Could be whatnot if you want a stylish ender whatnot. There you go. Next is 2-2-3. Kicks the opponent and launches them, and this is very easy to go into Puppet Master. Whatnot, pretty basic. Next one is back 2-1. This is an overhead and a low. Whatnot, even though I don't know why I don't have the low written on here, but yeah, so it's an overhead and a low. At first it's an overhead, then a low. Very good for startups. Next one is back 2-3, which is an overhead and goes right into a launches the opponent in the air, and you can do the puppet whatnot. I just want to show you because oh, actually you can. I just did it faster. Wow. All right, well there you go. That's definitely my bad. I thought you couldn't do that when well, at least when I tried experimenting with it, I couldn't do it. And so you got to be okay. So you got to be quick on that shit. So sorry about that. Sorry for the confusion. But it's pretty much an overhead launch of the opponent. Good for a startup. Um, and the last one is 4-2-1-1. Very good. Now, the nice thing is that if a funny thing is that if the opponent, why not? Let's see, trying to see if I can do this. Now, because the funny thing is, which actually I have in one of my combos, if the opponent is in the air and you do 4-2, 4-2-1, and that ice hit puts the opponent back on the ground, whatnot, which is funny as shit. And you can pretty much like continue. You can pretty much just go on with it. But but the 4-2-1. If the opponent's in the air, you can put him right back on the ground. But this is pretty much the full one. And even if you just end it with that, it's still pretty good because it knocks the opponent full screen or whatnot. So in which you can use like your rings and whatnot when they get down there. But that's pretty much her basic attacks. She has a shit ton of special moves, whatnot, um, and a lot of variations with it. Um, she's got some good. She's got at least some mix-ups, um, and whatnot. She may not be the most like damaging character on this roster, but she is like a very good zoner. She is. She's a very good zoner and a teleporter. I would say she's probably has probably one of the good teleports in the game so far. But I could be wrong. Because I haven't messed around with any other. I haven't messed around with any other characters so far. I mean, like Ares was the other one. His is cool and whatnot, but hers, she has other variations. To trick your opponent to thinking, oh, she's gonna teleport here. Nope, she just teleported back in the spot she was just in. So, all right, enough talk. Now we're gonna go into her combos, which I recorded, whatnot. So, and as we go through it, I'll pretty much if there's anything that needs to be said about them, I'll go and do that. But pretty much this one's gonna be starting off with the puppeteer, whatnot, the 2-2-3 puppeteer, whatnot. Into the cards. This first one is only 26%, so that's just for an easy combo one, not to get used to the timing with the puppet master, but it's an easy starting point. And this one is into the multi kick and whatnot, um, which is easy. There's some combos in here I have where you can end with the jumping three Zatanna kick, which I have right here, or whatnot. Which that's pretty good for like as you saw there, launches her full screen or whatnot. And this was just a simple back three and whatnot. With the Puppet Master, it's like same thing with Zod, like with the Wraith. Easy setup for back three. It is real easy. All right, and this one is an overhead. Now it's a crazy long one, but it's not that hard. The only thing you really have to um, worry about is when you're doing jumping to and then 2-2 because if you try jumping to 1-1-2, the first hit will not connect. So I went with 2-2 instead because those two will connect and whatnot. So that way get more hits on there and a bit of more damage. So that's why I went with the 2-2 when it's jumping. Um, so and this is a simple Zatanna um, the Zatara kick um, combo. just to show one that when you do the kick or whatnot, going into what you can do afterwards. And this one, I wanted to add something with the linking rings for you guys. So this is what I messed around with like that. And actually, let me go back and oh no, never mind. Um, I was gonna go back and show you the forward 2-1, but because the forward 2-1 can easily go into linking rings. Actually, yeah, I'll show it again. Because if you watch when I do the after the puppet master jumping 2-4-2-1 easy one like that, because the fact she's frozen, easy linking rings and whatnot. So, and of course, as usual, I have a super at the end. Definitely not the most um well, it's the most easiest one to do. And you probably some of you are asking and whatnot, what about some combos for the trait? And like I said, you can't really you can't really do combos with the trait. I mean, you can, but it's the simple fact that you can't. It's like I mean, just her dashing. I mean, just look at it. It's really slow. Why not? I mean, obviously the forward one is a bit faster than the backward one, but uh, to look up some for the trait, you would have to watch somebody else. I'm sorry, but because her trait, I couldn't even try to work with. I couldn't because of the fact that you there's not much for her to do. If she had a um when if she had like some kind of um oh so actually I just remembered she does still have access to her other moves. I forgot to mention that. Sorry about that. She has access to her other moves and stuff. But I mean, it's the fact that if really you can't do anything afterwards. Um, like something like that. You can only do a 2 or 3 hit combo with these or not. And the fact you can't do a jumping, or you can technically only do a two or whatnot hit. So I didn't want to bother, but yeah, sorry guys. If you want any trade stuff and whatnot, you're gonna have to watch somebody else if anybody's done some. So, but so this was Santana. This was a very long video, 22 minutes, whatnot. I apologize if it's long, but she had a lot of stuff to cover, whatnot. So pretty much, um, uh, Santana, very good very good teleporting guessing game, a pretty good uh thing. Sorry, she's very good with teleporting and confusing her opponents and whatnot. Um, like with the teleporter, like I said, the fact that she can teleport back and forth and she can simply trick the opponent into thinking that she's gonna move, but she's standing there and whatnot. Um, and she has a very good control, like with the Puppet Master, and like with the multi kick with the combos, especially with the um thing. I mean, she's all about tricking the opponent and whatnot. Even though she doesn't have, well, she has a bit more mix-ups than Zod. She's really like a trickster and whatnot. The only thing with her though is, she doesn't really do as much damage or whatnot, which is fine because I mean she's she's a trickster. She's a tricky character. Uh, and her trait is useless. At least to me, I think it's useless or whatnot because what's the point of limiting yourself to not being able to jump and crouching or whatnot, and all you do is a simple slow attack and simple projectiles or whatnot. You're just kind of you're like completely taking what makes her tricky shit, and you're kind of paralyzing yourself in a way. Yeah, limiting her by doing that or whatnot. So I don't know. But that's at least that's what I think of the character. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it did help you out. Um, If you guys didn't watch the previous guide, I did a Zod, I did a Zod. So if you guys are interested in Zod, I have him up, whatnot, and I'll do a better ending to this one than the last one. I'll just say it was goodbye, whatnot. So I hope this helped you out. The combos will be linked in the description, and whatnot. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next Injustice guide. I'll see you on the next character. See you then.